Hello and welcome back to part 3 in my series of my exploration of Petrified Forest National Park. I'm getting loopy. I am out in the desert. I'm lost now. No, not really, but I am really getting loopy. For me, this has been a continuous journey, one thing after another. For you, it's a fresh episode. So while I still got some left, I think it's time to jump right on in. So we got some more really cool Badland features over here. I think Blue Mesa, the area that we were exploring earlier, was off that a ways behind all this, so maybe this is the beginning of the Badlands. And there, what I believe are called the teepees. I think we can see why. They're kind of teepee-like, very colorful. I'll tell you one thing, man, that sun just reflects right up off of this white dirt, right up into your face. And I've been applying the sunblock all day, but I am due for another, for sure. Woo! Here's a nice little close-up view of the teepees for you. Don't say that I've never done anything for you. The teepees are pretty cool. I don't know if you really need to walk like I did to get up to them. I'm doing it for you guys. But if you go to the Badlands, like at Blue Mesa, you're gonna see plenty like that, although those do have more rusty red coloration to them. So they're kind of unique in that way, but we saw plenty of that kind of thing at Blue Mesa. So I don't feel like this requires too much more than stopping at the pull-off over here. Grab yourself a couple photos, say you saw the teepees, and head on down the road. I mean, I still have plenty of spunk left in me. Today, I think it's the sun though. Man, I mean, I put on layers of sunblock. You know how people on the internet do all that layered stuff where they put on like 100 layers of nail polish or whatever? I've done that today, but with sunblock. All right, the next stop on the tour is something called Newspaper Rock. I have no idea what it's going to be. There's some kind of a overlook over here. So it looks like it just might be an overlook, which is kind of good because my energy level, I don't know if I can take another hike today. So far I'm really confused about what it is we're gonna see. I don't see anything really remarkable over here. You got a pile of rocks off this way, and then this overlook. I mean, it's kind of a grassy, shrubby valley, but let's head on down there. I think these people are getting ready to leave. Got some binoculars here. Alright, I'm really curious what the heck this is about. It's worth building an overlook for, so it's gotta be good, right? Okay, so somewhere down there we're gonna look is a huge collection of petroglyphs. 650, it says, pecked, carved or incised into the boulders below. How the heck are we gonna see those from up here though? I suppose that's what these are for, huh? But, oh, okay, so I see some rocks down there. Scanning for petroglyphs. Scanning for petroglyphs. I think I see some actually. Trying to zoom in there for you. It's in the shade, so kind of hard to see. I mean, truthfully, that's the only spot that I see some on. I don't see any over there. Surely there's got to be more. It's like a game, you got to find them. I'm kind of sketchy about this, to be honest. Let me see if I can get close to it but not touch it. Okay, so I left my sunglasses on and tried to use this, and I'm pointing down there, and sure enough, you get a really good look. So these work really well. But yeah, it's no substitute for being up close and personal with those things. Unfortunately on video, I don't know how I'm gonna show you guys that any better. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you know that I love petroglyphs. We see a lot of them on the channel, but I do find this to be slightly disappointing, to be honest. Probably the first thing that's kind of fallen short of my expectations today. I mean, just because it's so far away. And yeah, I mean, you can use these and they do work. but there's just no substitute from seeing them up close with your own eyes, to be honest. Plus, with the pandemic stuff going on, I don't want to put my eyeballs up against something that other people's eyeballs have potentially touched. So I did do a quick test with my sunglasses on, left some distance between my eye, and yeah, you do get a close-up look on them, but I don't know, it'd be better if they had a trail that went down there. Okay, so right at the end there, a bunch of people showed up. I went and looked at the sign one more time, and there was another rock face that had more on them, and it showed where it was. You actually couldn't see it any better though. It was easier to see the ones that I focused on. I did try to zoom in there, and I was having some really hard time focusing on it. I was just getting a lot of blurry images, so we'll see if it's usable, but it wasn't that impressive really. So you guys should know by now that I am rarely ever gonna tell you to skip something, and I'd say that holds true for this, but it really depends on how much time you have. If you are running short on time, yeah, this is probably the thing you could pass by. But if you do have time, why the heck not? So our next stop here is something called the Puerco Pueblos. It's supposed to be pueblos that were lived in between like 1250 AD and 1380 AD. I think this is a relatively short hike, about 1/3 of a mile is what the pamphlet said, the map book you get at the visitor center. So I can do 1/3 of a mile. And there you go, there's the first sign, I guess, of an old pueblo. Very similar to other ones we've seen. Interestingly, it looks like it has rounded corners. Looks rounded to me. I mean, kind of rectangular-ish, but definitely rounded, not 90-degree angles. And a view of this kiva, I think is what it's called, right here. Here's a little glimpse of what life may have been like. People just hanging out in a courtyard, very barren, and with demon babies. That looks like a scary baby, doesn't it? Here's a few more structures or foundations or whatever's left here. I mean, these things are creeping up on 1,000 years old, so I don't know how much TLC they've been given or if they've just been left in a state of arrested decay. If it's the latter, they're holding up pretty good, I'd say, for being like 700-800 years old. Yeah, this trail is not long at all. 1/3 of a mile, maybe I was like, is it gonna feel long? I don't know, but it looks like there's some cool overlooks over here actually, as I babble over here. And I must have caught it when all the people left because there's not too many people down here right now, which is really good. Very small rooms, so were they storerooms? Did people sleep and live in there? I don't know. Guess you could fit like a bed in there, a single. All right, so let's see what this is all about down here. Some kind of an overlook. Maybe we'll see more petroglyphs from like hundreds of feet away. So it looks like what we're looking for is a summer solstice marker. Kind of shows you how this is supposed to work. I'm guessing the sun, this like beam of light, like crosses here at a certain time on the summer solstice. You can actually see the thing I think they're talking about, like the little swirly thing down here. It's in the shade a little bit, so I don't know if you guys can see that very well on the camera. I'll try to zoom in a little bit further. Do you see that thing? So I think that's the thing on the summer solstice that will have the beam of light shine on it. So I believe they were an agricultural people, so being able to understand the seasons and things like that was crucial to their survival, I take it. I think that's what that sign was saying. So they were pretty smart. Smarter than me, I'd say. Looks like some more petroglyphs. And in fact, these you can see really well. Also, just to kind of put it in perspective, we're standing here, like at this corner, right there, of this large structure. It looks like it would have stretched much further than it actually does. So it looks like I'm rounding my way back to the parking lot, and that was a pretty quaint little hike. At this point in the day, like I said, I'm kind of fizzling out. I've been going at it all day long. So to me, that was a perfect little thing to do, not too strenuous. This is pretty cool. This is kind of heading over to the Painted Desert side, but little tribute to Route 66 here. The town of Holbrook, which you drive through to get to the south entrance, was off of the Mother Road, Route 66. Yeah, check this out. This is really cool. That's an antique, if I've ever seen one. So you'll have to forgive me, I don't know what kind of car this is exactly, other than it's old. Look at that, still got a steering wheel in there. I don't know if that's all the original stuff, the original motor. It looks like it. A nice view from the back seat. Yeah, it's a really cool stop actually. I didn't know about that. I just saw it and it's like, cool. I'm thinking of making this the cutoff point for this particular part of the series, mainly because the next area, which I'm not going to be able to do today, I'm pretty much out of time and have to drive about an hour back to my campsite, it starts to become like the Painted Desert portion of the park. And I think that deserves its own episode. This being part 3, probably not the most exciting things that I've seen today. The teepees area was pretty, but there really wasn't too much to it. Didn't really get to hike back there. Then that stop with Newspaper Rock, meh. Really hard to see those petroglyphs, but this kind of made up for it. The Puerco Pueblos, I would say, really cool ruins, very well defined and well shaped, and some really neat petroglyphs that you can see. And the summer solstice thing was pretty neat too. So that being said, you know, if you're gonna do this, maybe just stop at the teepees, take a quick snapshot. If you're short on time, skip over Newspaper Rock and hit this one, because it's only 0.3 miles to hike that short loop. So you can get it done probably in like 10-15 minutes if you don't stop and read all the signs and stuff. So, but not much longer if you do. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And find us on social media at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So there you have it.